There's something incredibly beautiful about a woman's femininity after 60. It softens, deepens, and becomes more intentional. And the right haircut can amplify that beauty in ways makeup or clothing simply can't. A truly feminine haircut brings tenderness to your features, frames your face with grace, and reflects the woman you've become. Confident, warm, and wonderfully self-aware. In this video, we're exploring the most feminine haircuts for women over 60. These aren't trend-driven styles. These are timeless, graceful cuts that bring softness, fluidity, and elegance back into your everyday look. If you're ready for a haircut that feels like a gentle return to yourself, a cut that enhances your natural beauty rather than fighting it, then let's begin. The first feminine haircut that makes women over 60 look soft and elegant is. The first haircut I want to talk about is the soft shoulder-length layered cut, a style that many women overlook because it seems so simple, yet its feminine power is incredible. Shoulder-length hair is often called the forever length because it flatters women at any age, but it becomes especially flattering after 60. What makes this cut so feminine is the way the layers are placed. They're never harsh, never choppy, never too obvious. They're subtle, airy, and carefully shaped to create movement that frames the face with gentleness. Many women over 60 begin to notice sharper lines in their features, around the jaw, the eyes, or the cheeks. This soft layered cut works beautifully because it softens everything it touches. The layers move like silk, brushing lightly against the face and neck, creating a natural softness that instantly brings a youthful and feminine energy. You don't need to hide your features, you just enhance them. For women with thinning hair, this length and layering are perfect. Longer hair can lose density and start to look stringy, while very short cuts can expose thinning. But shoulder-length layers strike a perfect middle balance. They give enough fullness to look healthy, but they never weigh the hair down. They create flow. They create softness. They add that romantic movement that so many women miss. Another feminine quality of this haircut is its versatility. You can tuck it behind the ears for a polished, graceful look. You can let it fall naturally for a soft, effortless feel. You can flip the ends slightly to lift your features, or you can add a light wave to create a delicate, face-framing effect that looks dreamy and refined. Women often tell me that this haircut makes them feel like themselves again, especially if they've spent years keeping their hair too short or too long. There's something symbolic about hair resting gently on the shoulders. It represents comfort, femininity, and ease. And perhaps the most beautiful part is how this cut moves. When you walk, the layers sway. When the wind touches your hair, it flows rather than frizzes. Now let's shift to a second feminine haircut that brings a romantic, delicate touch. The next feminine haircut I want to explore is the soft chin-length bob, one of the most elegant, face-lifting, and timeless cuts for women over 60. There's something so beautifully delicate about hair that rests at the chin. It draws attention to the lips, the jawline, and the eyes, all areas that naturally reflect a woman's softness as she ages. But the secret lies in the softness. A bob can be sharp or severe, but this version is rounded, gentle, and layered just enough to give it movement. What makes this haircut incredibly feminine is the way it frames the face from all angles. When cut softly, the bob doesn't box the face in, instead it curves around it like a delicate halo. The front pieces lightly graze the jawline, adding definition without harshness. The back has a subtle roundness that gives the hair a romantic silhouette. Even the sides move naturally so the hair never feels stiff or static. One of the reasons this cut works so beautifully for women over 60 is its subtle lifting effect. Because the length sits high, right around the chin, it visually lifts the lower face. The illusion is gentle but powerful, bringing a more youthful structure without trying to look young. It enhances what you have rather than changing who you are. Now let's talk about texture. Many women worry that shorter hair might highlight thinning or fine texture. But this bob is perfect for fine hair because it creates volume naturally. Its round shape gives lift. Its soft edges prevent the hair from collapsing. And because the cut is light, it moves beautifully even if your hair is straight or slightly wavy. For curly or textured hair, the soft bob becomes even more feminine. The curls create a cloud-like frame around the face, adding both softness and vibrancy. It's playful but refined, a combination that brings out the kind of femininity that isn't loud, but deeply confident. Something many women love about this haircut is how elegant it looks with minimal styling. You don't need rollers, curling irons, or long maintenance routines. The cut itself does the work. A quick finger comb in the morning brings it to life. A tiny bit of volume at the roots gives it a beautiful shape. That's the beauty of a well-crafted bob. It's simple, graceful, and completely effortless. And emotionally, this haircut gives women a sense of freedom. It's fresh but not drastic. Soft but not childish. Feminine but not overly styled. It's the haircut of a woman who embraces her beauty with serenity and self-assurance. A woman who knows that elegance comes from softness rather than perfection. If you've been craving a haircut that feels light, feminine, and uplifting, this soft chin-length bob is one of the most beautiful choices you can make. The third feminine haircut that adds a dreamy, airy feel is... The next haircut I want to share is the long layered pixie with soft bangs. A style that beautifully blends femininity with modern elegance. Many women hesitate when they hear the word pixie, imagining something spiky, bold, or masculine. But the long layered pixie is nothing like that. It's soft, airy, and incredibly feminine when cut with the right intention. This haircut is all about movement and delicacy. Instead of a short, tight shape, the long layered pixie has feathered pieces that gently frame the face. The hair around the ears is softened, the crown has subtle lift, and the bangs float lightly across the forehead. It's more like a cloud of softness than a traditional short haircut. One of the reasons this style is deeply feminine is because it highlights the features women often love most about themselves: the eyes. When the bangs fall softly across the forehead, they draw attention upward. The eyes look brighter. The cheekbones look more defined. The entire expression becomes softer and more youthful without effort. Women over 60 often experience changes in hair density, especially at the top of the head. This cut works with that, not against it. Because it has softness and texture built in, it creates volume even when the hair itself is fine. The airy layers give the illusion of fullness. The bangs blur thinning areas. Everything blends in a light, gentle way. This style is also very forgiving for women with wavy or curly hair. The natural movement becomes part of the cut, creating a breezy, feminine softness that feels both effortless and intentional. Even on days when you don't style it, the hair naturally falls into a pretty, youthful shape. Another feminine element is the neckline. A long layered pixie allows the back of the hair to softly hug the neck, giving definition without stiffness. This creates a romantic silhouette, the kind that looks elegant from every angle. Emotionally, this haircut has a powerful effect on women. It feels freeing, light, and beautifully confident. Many women say that after years of longer hair, they finally feel seen with this cut. Not hidden behind their hair, but framed by it in the most flattering way. It's the perfect choice for someone who wants to keep her femininity, while embracing something fresh and modern. The softness, the movement, the delicate bangs. Everything works together to create an airy, romantic, feminine beauty that feels timeless. The fourth feminine haircut that adds grace and softness is... The next haircut I want to highlight is the long bob with soft waves, often called the lob. This cut is feminine, elegant, and incredibly expressive. It sits between the shoulders and collarbone, a length that naturally elongates the neck and enhances the profile. Women over 60 often find that this length feels empowering, not too short, not too long, but perfectly balanced. What makes this haircut beautifully feminine is how gracefully it drapes. The hair doesn't sit stiff, it flows. It moves. It softens the entire face. The waves add a gentle curve that mimics the natural shape of your features. Instead of highlighting sharp angles, it smooths them with a delicate, flowing motion. The lob is especially flattering for women with thinning hair because the waves create dimension. Instead of lying flat, the hair lifts and spreads in a way that makes it look fuller and richer. Even women with naturally straight hair can achieve this look with minimal effort. Just a gentle bend or a loose wave creates enough softness to enhance the femininity of the cut. This feminine style also works beautifully with silver hair. The waves catch the light, giving the hair a glowing, youthful shine. Every twist of the curl reflects light in a way that makes the hair look healthy and radiant. Many women say that the lob is the first style that makes them love their gray hair. The emotional impact of this haircut is worth mentioning. A softly waved lob gives the kind of femininity that feels elegant but relaxed, like you've stepped into your own beauty without trying too hard. It's the haircut of a woman who feels connected to her gentleness, her confidence, and her natural grace. This style is timeless, feminine, and universally flattering. A beautiful choice for any woman who wants her beauty to feel soft and effortless. The fifth feminine haircut that brings back youthful softness is. The next haircut I want to talk about is the shoulder-length cut with curtain bangs, a feminine, romantic hairstyle that instantly softens the entire face. Curtain bangs are magical for women over 60 because they frame the eyes and cheekbones in the gentlest way possible. Instead of creating a heavy line across the forehead, they open like soft drapes, blending into the rest of the hair with natural ease. What makes this style incredibly feminine is its harmony. The curtain bangs blend beautifully with the shoulder-length base, creating a soft, face-framing shape that flatters every angle. If you have fine lines on the forehead or around the eyes, curtain bangs soften those areas beautifully without covering too much. The length is ideal as well. Shoulder-length hair gives you the feeling of movement and femininity, while still being easy to manage. It never feels heavy or overwhelming, and it doesn't pull the face down the way longer hair sometimes can. Instead, it lifts, frames, and highlights your natural beauty. Women who want a youthful, feminine energy often fall in love with this haircut, because it brings back lightness and softness without making the hair look too styled or too intentional. The bangs move naturally, the length flows around the shoulders, and the entire silhouette feels romantic and gentle. For women with gray or silver hair, curtain bangs can create beautiful contrast. The strands around the face catch the light, giving the hair a glowing, luminous effect that's stunning in photos and everyday life. Emotionally, this haircut can be transformative. Many women say they finally feel like their hair matches their personality, soft, warm, expressive, and effortlessly feminine. The sixth feminine haircut that enhances softness and romance is. The final haircut I want to share is the softly layered mid-length cut with face-framing pieces, one of the most universally flattering feminine hairstyles for women over 60. This haircut sits between the shoulders and collarbone, offering movement, flow, and softness in all the right places. But what truly makes it feminine is the face framing. These pieces fall gently along the cheekbones and jawline, blending seamlessly with the rest of the hair. They act like a natural soft focus filter, bringing tenderness to the features and highlighting your eyes. This style is particularly beautiful for women whose faces have become a bit more angular over time, because the layers soften everything they touch. The mid-length cut is feminine because it gives you the best of both worlds. Enough length to feel romantic and flowing, but not so much that the hair becomes heavy or drags down the face. It swings beautifully when you move, giving you that graceful, gentle presence that feels both mature and womanly. Women with natural texture love this cut, because the layers enhance curls or waves without creating frizz or bulk. For straight hair, the layers add dimension and softness, giving the hair life and movement. Emotionally, this haircut makes women feel renewed. It feels fresh, soft, and deeply feminine. The kind of style that makes you look in the mirror and smile because it feels like you, but even more graceful. Final thoughts. Every woman over 60 deserves a haircut that celebrates her softness, her warmth, and her feminine beauty. Each of these styles brings out a different layer of who you are: graceful, confident, elegant, and wonderfully ageless. Choose the one that makes your heart feel lighter. Choose the one that feels like your story. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to Timeless Wisdom Path.